Hi, I'm Brendan Elias, the China Import Guru. Today's tip is how do you get your product from China at the lowest possible price? Well, there are 5 tips that I have here. Listen very carefully. The first one is make sure that you get at least 5 separate quotes from your factories in China. I suggest a minimum of 3 and a maximum of 7. No less than that because you won't really see what the market is, and no more than that because really there's no advantage. The idea is that you need to get what's called the ballpark, and this is a second tip. The second tip is establish the ballpark price. Once you figure out what the lowest price is and what the maximum price is, you have what's called the ends, and in the middle is the market. So you need to establish what this market price is to make sure that you are getting the right price. So straight away you can eliminate the people who are way out the end and concentrate on the middle. You want to go slightly towards the lower end. And this comes to the third tip. Although you're trying to pick one of the lowest prices, as a rule, I recommend you never ever go for the lowest price. It might seem like a good idea in the beginning, but you'll pay for it in spades in the long run. I've seen a lot of people make this mistake, always going for the cheapest product, and the problem here is there must be some incentive for the Chinese factory to actually produce it for you. If in the end they're making no money, then what's in it for them? You're going to find that the product quality is going to be lower, you might not get things produced on time, and you're going to end up in a shambles, and in the long run when you need your product, it won't be there for you. The fourth tip I have is to promise the Chinese factories large quantities in the future. The problem with being in Australia is we're a small market compared to other countries like America. So what you need to do is establish exactly what your plan is with the factory and show them that this is simply, and this is the magic word, a test. Okay, this is a test. This is the first time I'm testing, and if this works, instead of importing 1 container, we're going to import 10 containers a month. So you need to be very clever and explain to the factory there's a lot more business. That way they'll behave the first time. The final tip is a little bit more advanced, and that's for people who already have imported 1 or 2 or 3 containers from a factory. I absolutely recommend that you go to China. This is absolutely mandatory. Maybe not the first, second or third time, but soon after that, you want to go to China and meet the factory, develop a personal relationship. This is known as guanxi, a connection with the Chinese factory, and what you'll find is the prices and the requests and demands you make of the factory will come a lot sooner. People who don't go to China will find themselves receiving the same price while the market's dropping. Go there, get the benefit of the lower price, and form connections with the Chinese factories. Anyway, that's my tip today on how to get the lowest price. I'm Brendan Elias, the China Import Guru, and I look forward to giving you another tip in a few days.